Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So, here with me is Anthony from Utani. Hi, Anthony. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm good. I'm good. You're always welcome. So, I got to ask. I got to ask. Word on the street is you and your brother have developed this app called Utani.
Yes, the name of our app is called Utani Business. It is a networking app that is designed to provide African American business owners with tools to reach their consumers.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Explain to me how this works. And now I'm curious. So, when you say African American business owners, how exactly does this work with, the bridge between the business owner and the consumer? How does this work?
Well, what we saw in our community is there is a need for specific tools for businesses to be able to present themselves to in the marketplace to African American consumers
Okay,
and
yeah.
other consumers. So what we did, we came up with to put it simple, we came up with the best of Yelp and
Okay.
the best of Facebook, and we blended it into the first ever African American business app.
Wow.
So we're pretty excited about it. We have some incredible features for business owners. For instance, business owners can post unlimited specials
Huh.
on our app, and also they can post those specials
Okay.
to any social media outlet that they're connected to.
Oh, wow.
So what that does for them, it gives the business owner a wide range of opportunities to be able to introduce their products and services into the marketplace.
Okay, wow. That's okay, so from wow, I didn't even know that part of this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like in awe right now. And the only reason why I am is because I have noticed, especially in predominantly black communities, okay, you go through, you see all of the different businesses, but
Right.
none of them are black
Right.
owned.
And you know what?
Uh,
That contributes to a lot of the problems that we have today. When you do come to our communities and you need to go look for a product or look for a service, it's normally not an African American owned business. So what happens is the money comes into the business, into the
right.
community, and it goes right out of the community.
Hmm.
So the goal is to have our money circulate 10 to 15 times so we can build our community up. And by doing that, we can provide jobs,
Okay.
we can have long-standing businesses in the community,
Okay.
and we can also have, which is much needed, a lot of role models as business owners in our community because we
Yeah.
feel that that is very important
It
right
is.
now.
It definitely is. And like I said, I have nothing against, obviously other races. I know you don't either,
Right.
owning businesses or ethnicities or cultures or whatever. It's not the issue. But I've noticed this. You walk into the weave shop, okay, you buy your hair, and it's a Chinese lady talking
Right.
to
And,
you.
and, and everybody
Like,
knows that in that setting, for hair, for instance, like you mentioned, that hair is really driven by African American business.
exactly.
So if it's driven by
Exactly.
African American business, then there needs to be an African American
Owner, at least
business owner.
one.
Exactly.
At least one.
More than one.
I'm
There
just,
needs to be numerous
I'm just saying,
African
give me
American
something.
businesses. Yes.
Give me
Yes.
something.
So what we did in our research is we found that nationwide black spending power is at $1.1 trillion presently.
Wow.
So right now,
Wow.
we would
Okay.
be ranked in the top 15 as a nation in the world in spending power. So the goal would be when you look at those astonishing numbers, the goal is is to take a big portion of that 1.1 trillion,
Okay.
get it back into our communities,
Okay.
building up our businesses,
Okay.
fixing our education system,
Def-
which would be another byproduct
definitely. Yeah.
of building up our economics, and that would start to change a lot of our conditions in our neighborhood. So that's very important. And Utani, we saw a need there to provide these services and products because when you look at Chicago in particular,
Yeah.
we are one of the top 5 cities in the United States in black-owned businesses.
Really?
Yes. So we have somewhere close to 100,000 black-owned businesses in Chicago.
Hmm.
When we did the research, all that we could find was 400 or 500 businesses listed. So it shows that's the same look
How
I
is
had
that
on my
possible?
face, right? That's the same exact look that we
Please
had.
don't screenshot that, because I know.
And when you have that big of a disparity between what the U.S. Census
Wow.
Bureau is saying that we have in our community versus what we can actually find and see our community, there has to
Wow.
be a medium that brings the two together
Wow. That's
for
amazing.
commerce.
That's amazing. So I know you were talking about. I think one of those the biggest issues, excuse me, we have there is that people don't understand the value of marketing and advertising themselves. And I know most advertising has this huge budget behind
Yes.
it, right? But you said that they can connect to all social apps.
Yes.
Talk about the importance of that, because I don't think people really understand, especially the like an older generation that owns a
Right.
business. Because see, I grew up with computers, right?
Okay.
But I know there are business owners out there where laptops weren't even thought about
Right.
when they were up and coming. So then why do they have to go about doing it like this now?
Right. You know what?
So
I think in our generation, Facebook is probably going to be one of the most
it
important
is,
social media
yeah.
settings that there is. And the key word there is social media. Is that we, African Americans in particular, we need to look at using Facebook not only as social media, but as a medium to introduce our products and services to our community as well.
Okay.
So on Utani, you can, when you go in initially to set up your preferences as a business, we have a numerous listing of social media settings that you can actually choose to pick from. It's whatever you're connected to.
Right.
So when you send out for instance, a special or a networking opportunity, it goes on the Utani's specials feed. It can go on the Facebook. It can go on Twitter. It can go on Pinterest. It can go on any social media outlet that you're connected to, which should broaden your range to get your products and services into the community.
That's big, because I know even with the show, I have to take one post, then I copy and paste it.
Exactly.
And I take it to another social media site, and then I have to copy and paste it.
Exactly.
And then I go to another one, I have to copy and paste it. And it gets time consuming,
gets
number
cumbersome.
one.
Yes.
It does, and it makes me so by the time I get to like my Instagram page, I'm like, forget it.
You're tired and ready to go to
I don't
sleep.
even care anymore.
You
Yeah.
know, we look at Utani as the ultimate business suite.
Okay.
You can do everything that you need to do business-wise inside of the Utani app. Another feature that we're very proud of is that you will be able to go into Utani and create an event,
Okay.
either paid or free, and buy and sell tickets directly from our app.
Shut up.
So think
Wait a second.
Eventbrite,
Are you serious?
but for the African American community, correct?
Okay. Now, my attention here. Wait a second. So I gotta ask, how does one, especially someone like me,
Yes.
I'm just started. I've just incorporated. I'm new,
Okay.
right? And once you get over the hurdle of getting the gumption to incorporate and pursue your own, then you have I'll say 1 to 3 years of struggle
Right.
to build up before you become profitable. So how does somebody like me take advantage of something like that? Because there are not a lot of opportunities out here.
Right. You're speaking to another feature we're going to have.
Okay.
I know I keep throwing these features out here, but
Keep them coming.
we,
Keep them
we
coming.
wanted to get everything that we thought was possible to help African American businesses succeed. We have a crowdfunding option. So
Wow.
maybe
Okay.
that 1 to 3 year hump,
Uh-huh.
if you market yourself correctly and you can use the crowdfunding portion, maybe you can get people to invest in you and your product.
Wow. Okay. So then you basically you're taking out the Kickstarter,
Right.
the crowdsourcing, or I forgot, there are
Right.
numerous websites,
Yes.
and you're putting it all in one.
All in
and
one.
if we all come together and support each other, we have that
will.
money circulating. We have
Exactly.
this is
We'll
groundbreaking.
definitely begin to rebuild our communities. And one thing that during our research we found out, there was a city in the 1920s, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I know about it.
They had one of the greatest, probably maybe to date,
Yeah.
the greatest economic booms for African Americans, even in history today.
Yeah, they did.
And it was, hope I get the streets right, Greenwood, Archer, and Pine.
Yes.
And in that 3-block radius, that community was worth well over $1 million
It was.
in the 1920s.
It was. They had several black businesses, churches,
Exactly.
schools. If you even look at the pictures, I don't know if you have the time. You go home and Google. You should Google it. It's really interesting. Especially, they have all of these specials running on PBS and stuff. Since we are in Black History
Yes.
Month, the fact that they were able to do that in those times, number one, was amazing. But if you look at their clothes, they were exceptionally dressed for the time.
Very well dressed.
So you can tell that they were taking exactly what you're saying now
Right.
and applying it back then. So ultimately they lay their blueprint.
They laid the blueprint.
They laid the blueprint
They
already.
laid the blueprint for Utani to
Exactly.
find a roadmap to get back to that point right there. And a lot of times, we need to look at what the previous generations did and how they were successful.
Yes.
Take the best parts out of what they did and incorporate it to what we're doing today, especially based on the technology that we've had. We've never had this kind of a reach
No, we
or the
haven't.
possibilities for business. So Utani will be a global app, not just a stateside or nationwide app. It will be a global app.
Wow. Wow. I'm sorry, like, especially because we're in Black History Month, I'm really happy that you came and shared the app number one that's coming out, because it's for iPhones, it's for Apple and Android, right?
Yes, we currently, when we do release, it'll be available in the App Store.
Okay.
Android production is coming soon, but what we did for Android users, because you definitely cannot leave Android users out of the picture, they can bookmark the app to their phone
Okay.
and still be able to use it.
Okay. So is it possible for someone to log onto a computer and
Yes,
use it as well?
Desktop, iPad, any tablet device.
Any kind of okay.
Any
So
tablet
any kind of
device.
technology that's
Yes.
tangible. We can
Anybody that
basically-
has a web browser can
Okay,
use
cool.
can use Utani.
This is, I gotta say, because I look through Black History all the time, aside from February, because that's how I was brought up. My grandma's very in your roots. And I haven't really heard of a story like you guys, especially someone or two brothers who are
Yes.
taking the African American dream really and expanding it and providing an opportunity for us to really, take advantage of what we have, because we're creative, we're
Yes,
resourceful.
by nature, we're creative.
And resourceful
Yes.
and practical
Yes.
and resilient. We
Yes.
bounce back, yet
Definitely.
we have to get past this hurdle, this
Right.
hump. And I'm really happy that you guys actually took the time to share that.
Thank you so
That's
much.
amazing. So how does somebody get the app? How do we log on? Let us know.
Okay, if you are an Apple user, you have an iOS device, you can go to the App Store
Okay.
and download the app. It's absolutely free to download. There's no cost to
It
download
gets better.
the app. Yes, if you are a consumer or business,
It gets better.
you can download the app for absolutely free. If you are an Android user via mobile device, you can go to the website, bookmark the app to your phone,
Okay.
and you can just go to www.utanibusiness.com.
Okay.
Join Utani, absolutely free.
Okay.
And then you can start to take advantage of all the tools and resources that we have. And one thing I don't want to forget that's really, really important for Utani is, for the consumer side, we have a ratings and review system.
Okay.
So it's very important to consumers to make informed decisions
Yeah.
before they make their
definitely.
purchase. So we've created a ratings and review system, so they can go read the reviews, 5-star reviews. They can go inside the business before they spend their money, read the ratings and reviews, so they can make a better informed purchase.
Okay.
So that was very important that we added that piece of functionality.
Now, I'm curious, or I know there are people in the audience right now watching. Do you and your brothers have a contact where people can contact you to speak, maybe at an event, or to kind of go about or talk about the app itself, maybe at another platform?
Yes, they can definitely email me directly at anthony.havard, Havard, at utanibusiness.com. That's UTANI business.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing
Thanks for
that.
having me.
I'm definitely going to I have an Android. Okay, so I'm going to bookmark it, and then I'm going to make my boyfriend download it because he has
Definitely.
an iPhone. But yeah, definitely, I'm going to spread the word. Everyone out there, if you own businesses, if you have somebody in your family that's a business owner, if you know someone who is a business owner, please spread the word, spread the information, because in return, it's all going to come back. You reap what you sow.
Yes, this is
And
a community-based initiative.
It is. This definitely
Yes.
is a community-based edition, and I do believe that within a year, not even then, we can take it to the next level. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right.